What do you see?
Sand.
Imagine if we could look so closely, we could see each grain, each particle. You see, there are patterns in everything.
Integrals, infinite series.
I've never seen anything like them. From an Indian clerk, ill-educated in Madras, I would very highly value any advice you give me.
Letter for you. Postmarked England.
Yours truly, S. Ramanujan.
What does the S stand for?
You can ask him yourself.
You intend to invite him here?
Don't forget me.
I could never.
Are you Ramanujan by chance? Oh, don't be intimidated. Great knowledge comes from the humblest of origins.
For the good of everybody, you should attend some lectures.
But I'm here to publish. The letter only contained a small sampling of my discoveries.
This will take a lifetime.
Maybe two.
We need proofs of your work.
But they are right, sir.
I hadn't completed that proof. How do you know?
I just do.
You don't pull a stunt like that in my class.
Now get out!
How do you know that theorem?
It came to me. These steps you want, I do not know how to do.
Where do you think you're going? This is our home.
Don't you know what I've given up to be here? I have nothing. You wanted to know how I get my ideas. God speaks to me.
There are no proofs. We're just supposed to take him at his word?
No, you're to take him at mine. Why do you do it?
Because I have to.
There are no proofs that can determine the outcome in matters of the heart. We are merely explorers of infinity in the pursuit of absolute perfection.
I owe you so much.
No. It's I who owe you.
I have these nightmares. I'm asleep. I think I'm awake, but I'm not.
Professor Friedman, sleep paralysis we talked about today. I'd like to be your subject.
It's the gateway to why we do things. It's a second world to explore.
Things have changed since your resignation.
Well, whatever you need to tell yourself to look in the mirror, I guess. Why don't you come work with me?
We're looking forward to seeing the results.
What can you bring to the table that would give us a leg up?
You better hope for your sake nobody finds out about this.
I could make this very hard for you.
This was a different kind of dream.
Perhaps you need trust.
We did it. I'm in control of it now.
What happens as you're waking up or falling asleep?
I told you when it was just us.
Is there anything you want to explore?
Frankly, I'm concerned about his safety.
How are you doing with your dreams? You remembering them now?
Everyone has nightmares.
My name is Devika Bhise. I played Joe Rodney in the movie, who was a dominatrix, which was super fun. I mean, you don't get to do that every day, so I'm really, really glad that I got to do that. Yeah. I think the really cool thing about being an indie artist is that you get to meet people all the time, whether you're doing a movie, whether you're doing press, whether you're doing, you just get to meet other artists and other incredible people who are wildly talented and have a vision for creative arts that you wouldn't even think of. So because of that, I feel really blessed that I get to do what I love to do. One element of my character that was not very obvious, I mean, obviously she is this confident dominatrix, takes control. She has all of that on the outside, but then under all of that, I mean, she's having these dreams about her teeth falling out, and that comes from being extremely self-conscious as well. And I think Joe, the character of Joe, makes it a little easier to understand that even though on the outside people may seem confident and all of these things, on the inside they might be extremely vulnerable and scared and really unsure about what they're doing with their lives. Obviously, luck is very important in this industry, but working hard is a lot more important than that. And I think you have to be lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time. But when that time comes, you have to be ready, and you have to be able to, I mean, you have to be willing to work like a dog. And unless you do that, I don't think you can get anywhere in this world. I would say that when you get into a place where you are doubting your own creative goals or whatnot, there comes a point where you don't really have a choice. And you either have to do it or back out. And I think once you just make that choice to leap off that cliff or whatever you're going to leap off of, I think then it's not hard because you have to do it. I mean, you have to do those things, and being scared and saying, I can't, that's not really an option. And so I think after you get over that in your own head, it makes it a lot easier to just move ahead. I think it's amazing when people come up to me and say, you know, I've watched your movies, I admire you a lot, and I think you have to realize that that's the best thing. I mean, it's a terrible answer to this question, but I think it's all part of it, and if you are in a place where you're being a role model, you kind of have to live it, and you have to do it. And so, is that a terrible answer to this question? But you don't really have a choice, again. And I think be kind and be nice and be thoughtful, and that's really the only way that you can go through life. Instagram is what I do on social media. Devika Bhise, Devika Bhise. Okay, cool. I'm not great at it, but I like it. It's fun.